We back with DC strats for Orochi. This season the bosses struggle and all counter units have minus 15% HP per second and mechs and soldiers have plus 50% attack and 20% HP. My recommendations this season for Super Fusion Cores is to 120 Eve and a Sigma. Those are pretty much the only units you need to invest in on. I will be going over the mechanics of the fights, some stats for nerds, and I have an example team for you to use this season. All of this will be timestamped, which you can find in the video description. So let me show you what I got. The boss here is a counter ranger who spawns an orb that is actually your ally and you need to keep alive. Other than that, no other ads spawn, and she just moves towards your ship. Guess what, guys? The special conditions got buffed. So now instead of every 10 seconds, every 4 seconds lightning comes down. And do you see that? That is a full tank unit, by the way. That is, look how much damage that's doing to the full tank. Let's see what it does to a DPS. Oh, it's dead. It's already dead. And it's gone. So yeah, that's fun. Pattern Enhance is actually really simple. It just changes the hit checks from 80 hits to 160, effectively doubling them. Boss's basic is just, I don't know what you want to call it, a laser beam, lightning, whatever it is. She just sits there and hammers on your front line. That's all it is. Nothing special about it. The boss's special, indicated by the blue bar underneath her portrait, is this tornado that she sits there and hits your front line with. It will lift them up momentarily and does percentage base HP. Also, it will apply a minus 100% outgoing healing to any supports on the field. From what I understand, it's supposed to be every other special she does that. As well as after she finishes casting it, she gets perfect evasion for 8 seconds. So the boss will initiate a hit check at 70% HP and around 40 to 30% again. Now she's supposed to get damage reduction while she's in this hit check, but because the boss is currently broken, that doesn't happen. Also, if you actually complete the hit check, she'll get stunned. But during the entire hit check, she'll be sitting there throwing down lightning, AoEing down your entire team. This is your orb. There are many like it, but this one is yours. Your orb is your best friend. It is your life. You must protect it as you protect your team. If that orb dies, it obliterates your team. There's really nothing that can survive it. In theory, you could protect yourself with 2 shields, but honestly, we have Chinatsu, and Chinatsu can keep that thing alive without even trying. Here are our stats for nerds. Orochi has 3.7 million HP. 4,000 defense, 4.7k hit, and 1.7k evasion. This means your tanks need 2,522 or more evasion in order to evade. And to get Surefire on the boss, you need 3,321 or more hit. But if you shred by 50%, you only need 1,660 or more. Here's the biggest tip I can give you. Get Gurian Surefire. Make sure he has enough hit that he Surefires the boss. I know that he gets the buff Surefire when he gets deployed, but if one unit has Surefire and another unit has perfect evasion, they cancel each other out and it defaults back to the regular hit versus evasion math. So, With that being the case, you need, with a 120 Kurian or just in general, you need 3,321 or more hit. At 120, you only need to change one Brita piece from crit damage to hit. So you can see the other one is on crit damage here, and trust me, 8.8% crit damage is worth giving up for peace of mind. When the hit check starts, your goal should be to burst this boss down as quick as possible. You can skip the hit checks. You can force the boss to go into the next one, canceling out the first one, which will buy you a lot of time, though you will be dealing with the lightning the entire time. So you want to deploy Sigma in the middle of the ship. That way the Orochi lightning hits your tower, and then you can deploy Sane forward, dropping Sigma back at your ship. Now you'll notice I have 2x on, and that's in the... It seems I can get my Sane to live up until the point that, until the end of the fight, if I actually have 2x on. And this run is actually kind of solid with auto ult on, from what I can find. So Swan is going to die, but she applies her debuff, and her debuff actually stays on the boss permanently. About the time I summon Swan is when I use my S1, because that's about the only time that the perfect evasion isn't on it, and if my ship hits, that's pretty much the only opportunity I have. Once Sigma ults, I'm going to turn my auto ult off, and right before I get to 10 DP, I deploy Eve and Seiyun. Ship skill at 208 with Warden's ulti at 203 with Sigma, and deploy Dorothy before the counter goes off, or you can use Artie Lana if you do not have the DP to do this. And here we go with a nice 58k score, Eve clearly taking first place. The team, I'm running Detroit as the ship and Vivian as the operator. For Sigma, I'm running double anti-ranger with a little skill haste. You can sit there and run ult amp, and you can run attack set, though I prefer this set personally. Clearly we're going to run CDR our fastest we can on our Sane. Swan's gear doesn't really matter too much, but she does need ground res so that she doesn't die too quickly. Eve, we want double anti-ranger sub, crit damage subs. You can sit there and run attack set. You can even run anti-ground with anti-counter latents. Volcano gear. Sigma, we want on our fastest skill haste set. Wardens, we want to sit here and try to put anything that's damage on them. Anti-ranger, attack, Shadow Hall gear even works. Soyun, again, I'm going with tanky type gear so that she doesn't burn too quickly. And then Dorothy, I just have on Swift gear because I need her out as soon as possible. If you run Artie Lana, you probably want her on Swift too. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope this helps you improve your scores this season. Sadly, with counters banned, there isn't much variety this season in terms of team comps. Maybe one day B-side will stop with the HP degen. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're feeling extra special, you can join the Mage Institute by clicking the join button. You can catch me on Discord, link is in the description. And if you want to help support this channel, there's a link in the description for that too. As always, I will see you all next time.